11 of Series 6 of Master League Story Mode. So, it's been a long time since I played this save. It might be even sneaking up to 2 or 3 weeks before the birth of my second child, which was now 11 days ago. I actually had pre-recorded a few Master League episodes to give me a bit of breathing space. And yeah, so that was quite a while ago, so I'm going to have to familiarise myself with where we are. First of all, obviously, we're top of the table by a point ahead of Curitiba. We're on the back of a quite incredible run in Serie B. Zico's Ponte Preta, looking like the team to beat at the moment. It's maybe 8 games, 11, I'm not even going to count. It's a lot of games, And actually, where are we now? So we've got 2 games today, within 5 days of each other, and then we're into the transfer window, which is interesting. And the interesting thing about this transfer window is it runs for the entirety of July and August. It's a 2-month transfer window within which we will be playing multiple games. That is new to me, that is new. So we don't really need to worry about scouting or looking at players too much at the moment. I think what we do need to do in the next few games is try and assess which areas we need to be improving, because we've got a bit of money and, you know, we can make loan and free transfers still after the amendment to the rules, so still potential to strengthen this side and really just keep pushing for promotion. Currently 8 points ahead of 5th place Sporting Recife, who we play today at the Majestoso to hopefully continue this run. But if there's ever going to be a time that we lose a game, it's going to be down to me and down to the incredibly small amount of sleep I've been having at the moment. Those of you who've got children will understand this, and I hate to be one of those of you who've got children will understand type people, because that is annoying, but essentially my schedule at the moment is I get up at 3 AM, I'm doing the 3 AM shift, and then I'm all the way through to now, just before I'm about to go to bed, at about 8 o'clock, so it's essentially 2 in the morning for me. I am pretty tired, but I'm going to push through. We need to get a win today. Sad to see that Maralison's dramatic improvement has finished. This gives us an interesting dilemma of who we start. The smart money has got to be on Broj. That is the tricky thing here. Stats just say everywhere that we should be starting Broj. But I think until Maralison stops scoring, then we've got to play him, especially as they're on the same form. I think it would be massively unfair to what has been our standout player to drop him just because his dramatic improvement has finished. This will be the time where he really needs to prove himself. Eduardo can drop out today for Oliveira, who, as we know, has been excellent, and actually could play him in midfield, though I think it's going to be between Vargas and Eduardo to replace the out of form Igor. Eduardo wins everywhere except for, well, actually he's pretty strong, but he's so slow. And Igor really does some great business there, although actually defensively Eduardo's slightly better. We'll go with Eduardo. It is an attacking solution to this problem, but it gives us a lot of great ball playing midfielders in this midfield 4. The square of truth. We haven't actually mentioned that in a while, have we? Other than that, some poor form at the back, and a lot of you have been saying we need to be playing Abner. I think, we might try and sell Diego Renan, because although he has been brilliant, we don't need 2 really good left backs, and really we've got to go with the prospect that is Abner. So if we can get some good money for him in the July-August transfer window, then I would consider it. Reginaldo on a downward arrow. I guess we can bring in Renan Fonseca. That really hits our team spirit though, so actually I'm not going to. I don't want to go sub 70, even with Reginaldo on a downward arrow. So I think we keep things as they are. Sporting Recife have got some good players. They have got some good players. They've just come down from Serie A, so it's a team that we need to be wary of. They finished 18th in Serie A, obviously relegated last season. They are a team with great pedigree in that league. In fact, they were there from 1959 all the way to 2018, so really they've just dropped out of the top flight. Imagine a Premier League side who'd been in the top flight for that long dropping out. You know, they'd have a point to prove, they'd want to get back into the best league in the country as soon as possible. As we said, they are just outside the promotion spots at the moment. I'm sure they'll be looking to take a scalp today. Coming to the Majestoso is going to be difficult for any side. It's a fortress and we want to keep it that way. Let's get into it. So how is this for a laboured link? We've not scored many free kicks this season. No, struggling a bit with them, but a man who does score a lot of free kicks, or did score a lot of free kicks in spectacular fashion, probably the best free kick taker in the history of football, it's a big shout, would be ex-Lyon's Juninho. Oh, what a player he was. And he started his career at Sporting Recife. There we are, that's the link, that's it, that's all I've got. Right, let's get into this. That's neatly worked. And now Leandrino. Oh, Bruno Vini. Oh, Bruno Vini can't win it back. Hero now able to turn. Oh, it's off the post. And Carlos clears. 20 minutes in. First chance of the game falling to the visitors here. And that was close. The woodwork preventing us going behind. Clever ball. Looking for the striker. It's dealt with well. What is that? No, no, no. Come on, there's not even a hint of a foul there. That is as clean as you like. You can eat your dinner off that. This isn't good. This is a goal, isn't it? We hate these positions. Do we look to move the keeper? It never goes right, but it's off the wall. Thankfully we didn't. It's a real risk whether or not to move the keeper, because if you get it wrong, they just put it into the space and they score every time. Ronaldo back to Eduardo. All the way across to Abner. Oh, looking for Oliveira. Can't quite find him, but it could fall here. Oliveira! Yes! Oh, that's unlucky. Recife, they'll be unhappy with that. They've started the better side in this game, but Oliveira adds to his goal tally for the season with a well-taken strike, but there's a bit of a gift here. Crossfield ball into Abner in such an attacking position. Oh, the number 10 there, and then slow reactions from the defenders. I think Marison could have maybe got to that as well. Certainly not a player we expected to be providing one of our biggest goal threats, but given the opportunity here, that is a solid finish, and we're off the mark. Oh, this is neatly worked, and now Ezekiel has got the jump here. Samir back to Ezekiel. That's smart. Can they work across here? It's out to Preta. Abner closing down. Great challenge from him. And now Marison, who's done nothing so far, puts it into touch. That's disappointing. Come on. We know you're lacking the flashing blue arrow. Had nothing to do in this game, and that is a poor, poor pass. Straight into touch. And could we be punished for it now? Reginaldo, that's a good challenge. Go on, take it quick. Take it quick. Take it quick. Take it. Oh, we're not going to survive 2 free kicks. It's just not going to happen. Samir, he's had one opportunity from exactly this spot. This one is over the wall, but Ivan gets to it. I think we barely heard from Ivan this season so far. He was one of the players that we expected to be key for us, but he's had so little to do. Can't really complain about that, I guess. Oh, now though, gets away with that. And now Thiago Real into Marison. Little flick looking for Takuma Asano. Takes it well, and that is a good finish. And I wouldn't say against the run of play, but that is a really important goal in the 44th minute here to take what is now a 2-goal commanding lead. Very pleased with that. Don't know why I've skipped the... fuck, I'm so tired. I skipped the replays. You know, it was okay. It was a decent goal. We don't need to see it again. And that will be pretty much, with only 30 seconds left here, final chance of this half, you'd expect, you'd hope. Yeah, it will be. So, good. Yeah, nice. 2 goals in 15 minutes at the end of a first half, which wasn't that impressive really from Ponte Preta. Just so dominant at home. I mean, look, yeah, it's Recife. If we go with the stats, the better side today. More shots, more possession, but we were clinical when given the chances. Takuma Asano, what a wonderful phrase. Another tidy finish, again add to his goal tally. Oliveira and Asano racking them up from the midfield. Well, no, Asano I suppose from the wing. But yeah, got to be pleased. The Ponte Pretanos in good voice as ever. Can we see this one off in the second half? Oliveira does really well there. Now Luis Carlos. Oh, he steps away from Ezekiel. That's a lovely ball into Marison. Able to turn. Marison onto the right. Oh, dramatic improvement. Or no dramatic improvement. The number 96. Campinas' favourite son. Oh no, he's number 56. God, this is... Yeah, just leave it in the... Just leave it. Just leave the mistakes. They're going to be there tonight. That's a great finish. Really good finish. We've not really got any issues with his finish. I think his finishing is maybe 70. It's great work there from Luis Carlos. Beating the man, finding the ball into Marison. And that was reminiscent of his great goal-scoring run, where he was on a constant flashing blue arrow. And even on poor form, I think he is going to keep Big Rog out of the side. If he keeps scoring, we can't really drop him. That's just fair. And I feel like Zico is a fair man. Seems like a nice guy. And yeah, surely can't be dropping his star striker. Oliveira, that's nice. Finds Abner. Now Oliveira. That's a good ball, actually. It's hard to do that in this one. Now Eduardo. That's smart. Oh, lovely play here from Ponte Preta. Diego Renan looking for Marison. Just a little bit too much on that. That's unfortunate. And we're full of swagger here. Oh, Oliveira pounces on that one. And now Matheus Oliveira into the box. Opportunity here. Goes with the outside of the boot. It's selfish, but he did it all himself. Backing chance here for Recife. That's a good ball. Looking for Leandrinho. Clips the ball. Looking for Ezekiel at the far post. It's a good one. Lovely touch back inside. We'll find Harry. And that is wide. No issues there for Ivan. Good counter-attack, but poor finishing at the end. Oliveira now out wide. Looks for Abner. That's a great ball. Can Abner whip in a good cross? Marison's there. Could fall back to Abner still. And we'll get it away. Ronaldo does well. Just recycles it simply. Good ball in there to Oliveira. Little turn of pace from him. Slips in Marilison. Great first touch. Lovely finish. Oh. Jesus, Marilison and Joseph. Yeah. Still haven't quite put my finger on a good Marilison nickname. Suggestions in the comments. I think we need them now. Scored a brace today. It's got to be top scorer in Serie B. And that's just very simple stuff from Ponte Preta. Another good ball from Luis Carlos though. He's good at those simple balls. Just creating space for the attacking players. And then Marison, straight line speed. The acceleration enough. He's getting ahead of the Sporting Recife defender. And it's Oliveira with an assist as well. Lovely. The young guns continuing to score. Continuing to fire. Let's keep this going. Asano's won it back. Now Eduardo into Marilison. Little chip into Asano. Oh, opens up his body well for the finish. Low ball in, looking for Asano again. Could have made it 5 there. Could have easily made it 5. Haven't made any subs here. We really could do with making some soon. And a late substitution here. A very late substitution. That's poor from Zico. Didn't really go out. We didn't really have a choice, but that could affect our ability to play some of our star players in the next game. They're going to be very tired, especially Oliveira. Only 3 minutes left here. They get a slight rest. Ivan, great save to keep his clean sheet. So one final chance here for Recife to regain a bit of pride, but no, Thiago Real wins it back. It's a lovely ball into Carlos. Still full of running here. The substitute Matheus Vargas with Asano ahead of him, but he finds Marilison. He's on a hat-trick here. Looks to step inside. It's far too obvious for Chico. And that will be full time here as the Ponte Pretanos in great voice here. They cannot believe this run that Zico has inspired in this side. I mean, we've made good signings, yes. We already had a good team. I think if you look at just generally the ratings of some of the players that we started with, Reginaldo, Broj, Thiago Real, they're all in the 70s. And there aren't that many teams in Serie B who can boast 3 or 4 really good, solid 70+ rated players. So we already had a great base and we've added to it brilliantly, and we've managed to develop youth in a way that I certainly didn't expect. And it was youth who were so vital today. Marilison with a brace, Oliveira getting on the score sheet. Actually, did he? Yeah, he did score, didn't he? And we were clinical, 6 shots on target, 4 goals. We didn't have much possession today, but we didn't need it. Asano again scoring. That front 3, well, those 3 most advanced players looking deadly. Very, very pleased. Surely we're getting to the point now where we must be one of the best performing teams in the world. Sometimes they talk about that, don't they? You know, if a team's doing really well, haven't lost in a really long time, you will hear about it, regardless of where they are. And you'd imagine that the name Ponte Preta is starting to crop up now. It's becoming quite a fantastic run of wins. And there we are. I mean, we're still only 3 points ahead of Curitiba, who aren't having a bad season themselves. Only 1 goal ahead on goal difference. But crucially, and that is beating the team that were in 5th, we're now 10 points ahead of 5th place Figueirense. We do have a long way to go still. We've got to avoid complacency. Still only 1 loss, still only 8 goals conceded. We are dominating. Only 4 days later, and we've got a trip to São Bento. No news from the scouts, so let's get into it. So São Bento of Sorocaba, just an hour north of Campinas. Not a long trip for Ponte Preta to have to make. And yeah, I mean, they are a team that have been in Serie B for a while, as far as I'm aware. And they currently sit in 13th, so they're having a fairly middle of the road season. Let's go and see how we're looking. Well, I mean, as we did in the last, I'm sorry, Broj. I mean, we've probably just got to change that now, haven't we? That's got to be a permanent thing. We could go with the Twin Towers. Marilison and Broj up top with Asano on a downward arrow. But again, Asano rarely letting us down at the moment. Oliveira looking tired. I think we do have a bit of a break after this though, so we're going to start him because, again, much like Marillison, he's done nothing wrong. And Abner and Diego Renan both on green, but Abner had a decent game in the last one, and we've got to think long term. And at only 19 years old, but already a really good left back, we've certainly got to give him as many minutes as we can. You know, we'll make a change to Asano if that's not working. Camping on Brodge, didn't even get a look in the last game. Eduardo, yeah, I mean, didn't really flourish in the Igor role. I'm still not 100% on him, to be honest. He's just a bit of a clogger. He's just a bit slow. We like pace in this side. So Sal Bento, 60s all around. They've got a 70 rated striker, but he doesn't start today. Again, it's a game we should be winning, but I'm wary that this run has gone on for so long that there's going to be a banana skin at some point. Should we play in the black kit today? Let's play in the black kit. Let's do this. It was an interesting decision for us to have to make with Marillison and Brodge. The thing is, when you've got a team in Master League that's playing really well, you can pretty much have any striker, and generally they will play well. Obviously the advantage with Marillison is he's already had one dramatic improvement. He did improve a bit, but his base level was so low. I'm still not confident he's going to be our striker for Serie A. I mean, it would be quite incredible if he can get to that point. If he got to the 71, 72 stage at 22 by the time we get to Serie A, then I would certainly consider him. But at the moment, it's hard to imagine that he'll have the quality to make the step up. But hopefully he can prove me wrong. He's proved me wrong many times so far. Real, ball out to Arnaldo. Looks early to Asano. Nice flick into Oliveira. Good work here. Real will use the overlapping Igor. Into Asano. Oh, this is very well worked. Arnaldo in, looking for Marillison, heads it well over. But that is liquid football there from the Black Bridge. In the black and white kit today, Igor took that down just about. It was just, you know, one touch, two touch, spreading it around. Good ball into the box. Marillison couldn't cap it off with a finish. Carlos picks that up easily. Asano, good ball into Marillison, out of his feet, gets the shot off. Asano's there. Oh, not far off either. Arnaldo spreads it to Abner. Abner, nice turn of pace there. Abner with the effort. Oh, that's not far off either. The Brazilian Roberto Carlos, the young Roberto Larcos, gets one off here. I like the ball over from Arnaldo. It's a quick turn, good acceleration. Time to wind one up. It's actually not that far wide. A good ball here. Reginaldo's going to need to get this right. I think he just about blocked off the pass. That's great work from Reginaldo. Lovely positioning there. Calls for a penalty, but Abner will push Mansour wide, and he's won it back. Great work from the left back. Finds Marillison. Is there a counter on here? If Carlos can get to this and move it on to Real, there could well be here. Thiago Real with loads of options ahead of him, but also loads of space to run into. Thiago Real skips away. He'll use Arnaldo. We've probably messed this up slightly here. We'll go back to Igor. Yeah, we've messed it up. Out to Oliveira. Oliveira. Oh, how did we mess that up so badly? Igor, Asano. Oh, maybe we haven't. Oh! Jesus Christ. Well, we'll keep it again. It's just like watching Brazil. I mean, almost is. Oh, and Abner's offside. Jesus Christ. How many chances could we have created there? He's not even offside either. Abner, I think, well onside there. He would have got to that. Well, I don't think we were quite ruthless enough there. 24 minutes gone. We should have really had the first. And that's half time here. Not a lot of chances for either side. But certainly no chances for Sal Bento. For some reason I thought they'd had at least one. Yeah, we're controlling this. We're a far, far better team. That is evident. But we do need to score a goal to win the game. That's just the laws. That's just the rules. I didn't make them. That's what we're going to have to do. Come on. Arnaldo, good ball over looking for Igor. Oh, Takuma Asano will pounce on that. And he's away from his man. Takuma Asano looks to cut in. Oh, Luizão's done well. Had to do well. Had to get that clearance right as well. Really unlucky. Almost starting the half with a goal there. Oh, Oliveira wins it back. He's a pest. Going forward or defending. He does seem to win the ball back quite a lot. Marillison, good first touch away from Marcio. There's no one there, but Abner is. Can he get the ball in? No, just too heavy a touch there from the left back. Really unlucky. We're creating chances, playing good football. It'll come. So free kick here. We spoke earlier that we've had trouble. I think we might have scored one. Diego Renan is he our best? He is 74 rated. I mean, why is that red? That's too much, isn't it? Diego Renan. Oh, it's saved as well. Not enough curl, too much power. Pretty obvious why that didn't go in, but we will have a corner. Corner here. Abner's made a good run, and he'll hit this one first. Yes! Get in there! Zico's loving that. Oh, the travelling Ponte Pretanos are loving that. I am absolutely loving that. That is the goal of the season so far, from a highlight package of many, many good goals. Abner cantering from the halfway line there. Struck that perfectly, low and hard. Oh, I mean, could Roberto Carlos even compare to this young man? I don't want to use hyperbole so early on in his career, but I think he's going to be the best player in the world. And there we are. Well, Diego Renan, I think that pretty much puts the nail in your coffin. You're going to be on the bench and potentially sold in the transfer window. Especially if we can get some decent cash for you. And there we go. Amazing scenes here. The early triple sub here, and Brodge is one of them, alongside Vargas, who'll give the tied Oliveira a rest. And we want another goal here, and we'll bring another striker on. You can see what Zico has got planned. Oh, Igor does well. Brodge lays it off to Diego Renan, edge of the box. He's allowed space and time to hit that one. Not only as far as Luis Ricardo. Substitute now. To the box, looking for Marillison. It's out to Igor. We've got this one under complete control here. That's here for Bento. Oh, that's good defending. Bruno Vini is the one to win it back. Marillison's first touch is a interesting one, but he'll win it here. And Luis Ricardo's made a bombing run. The substitute, fresh legs, away from Romeo. Can he get the cross in? Brodge is there. Oh, it's a good ball. Really unlucky not to find the towering striker. And there we are, at home, away from home. Doesn't matter. I mean, it wasn't quite as convincing as the last game, and it took an absolute worldie from our young star Abner, whose contract we need to tie down instantly. You know, if you get a goal-scoring left-back at any level, any league, any country, he's going to be a hot property, especially if he can just about defend, which he can. It seems like he can. Yeah, what a goal that was. What a goal. So good, in fact, that we're going to have another look at it here. It's well worked from the corner. That's not the best view, is it? Diego Renan just slipping it into Abner. Do we get a better view than that? This is him sprinting from the halfway line, away from his marker. The first time effort. It's stroked. It's not really Roberto Carlos-esque, but a great goal from a great young player. Could not be more pleased with how this game has gone. And we've kept Sal Bento at arm's length the entire time. The home fans will just be thinking, we did well to only concede one, and we'll go home happy. So lovely, lovely work. Curitiba, they're not showing any signs of slowing either, but the gap again lengthens between us and 5th place. It's now west, but yeah, that's a big, big gap now. I mean, we lost that one game, that's annoying. Curitiba also having a great season. They're a standout side. Guarani, we're still yet to play our local rivals for the first time. Shows how long we've got still left to go in this season. Toria sneaking up. They've been solidly in 3rd as well. Can't remember playing them. I think we must have done, surely. So great work. And next episode we are into the transfer window. I'd love to know if there are any areas of this team that you think we could strengthen. It's difficult to say, isn't it, really, when we're doing so well. We'll definitely look to ship a few players out. Andre Castro there, potentially on his way. So there we have it. Another great episode. The winning streak continues. We seem to be undefeatable at the moment. In the next episode, who do we play as we go into the transfer window? Vitoria. Okay, so 3rd place Vitoria. That's likely to be a test. And then bottom of the league, Operario. We've got Figueirense. And then finally, Derby de Campineiro. Really looking forward to that. They're not having a great season, so hopefully we can pull their pants down, make them look silly. Good stuff. Well, don't know when the next episode will be. That's all I can say. I'll see you in a bit.